Okay, we're back. This is the thing I talked. I think I showed this off like several streams ago. In fact, I went and I did this whole boss refight thing like way back when we first got to the end of time and the Lavos fight became available to us. But yeah, since the bosses all have like the same stats and everything from the first time you fought them, there's really like no challenge to any of this. So this will be a good opportunity to show off some double and triple techs. So yeah, we're gonna try. We'll try that Poyozo dance or whatever. Oops, that we failed to show off last time. So she can. Actually, no. Ayla can hold the. Was it the White Rock? Yeah. I'm not gonna bother optimizing the equipment or anything. Oh yeah, another weird quirk, I guess, of coming and doing the Lavos fight through the Black Omen is the music is actually different. If you go through the bucket at the end of time, then you get the main theme, like the Chrono Trigger theme instead, which is much more epic and cool and all of that. I'm just gonna do that just because we can, just to show it off. Okay, so that's that. I think next was the Guardian? Yeah. So we're actually gonna eat like a big counter-attack if we do like an all-target triple tech, but whatever. Actually, I'm not sure that we did show off Dark Eternal, or no, it was, I forget, it was either Dark Flare or Dark Eternal or something like that. I forget. Or Black Rock. So Black Rock is the one that we did, so it'll be the Blue Rock. So we want Omega Flare. I feel like Robo's the other participant in that one. Yeah. Can't remember if we did this one or not, but we're gonna do it now. Or that's wrong. There, that's what we want. Yeah, actually, as profitable as it is to go through the Black Omen and get all the goodies out of there. Oh yeah, Ultimate Laser, we did do this one. Ah, whatever, we'll watch it again. It was pretty cool. Oh, yeah, so much for the counterattack. That's just gonna wipe out all of them at once. But yeah, I really do think that I don't like having the Lavos theme here. I prefer when you go through the bucket at the end of time, just having the main Chrono Trigger theme. It just helps kind of just liven up this really boring boss refight sequence, in my opinion. What else have we got to try out? We've done Gatling Kick, we've done Delta Storm. Don't think we've seen Fire Zone before, so okay, we can put Chrono in here. That's wrong. That's wrong. That's it. Okay, what's Fire Zone? Oh, it's like an AoE thing that's centered around Chrono. That's pretty shitty for a triple tech right there. What about... Is there anything else we haven't seen? What's Max Cyclone? That's another one that's centered around a character. Those ones that are like based on your character's position are generally... That one's centered around your character's position. Okay, just a lot of useless shit in general. Right here, I guess. Let's just use all of our best techs. That's really at this... Especially with this party. Yeah, those tend to be sort of the characters that people usually like to use at the end of the game, or the ones who have those big ultimate spells in their arsenal. Which is pretty much... Oh, Super Volt. Okay, so that's a new one to try. Actually, this, because, yeah, the legs will be down a bit further, so we will have a chance if we swap things out like that. Yeah, now we'll have some options. Okay, so that's... Oh god, we still can't do Fire Zone. It's still not close enough. That is just awful. What about Super Volt? Okay, there we go. I think I remember this one too. This is just Shock plus Lightning 2. Like, that's what it is, and that's even just what the animation is. Yeah. It's just Shock, animation, and then Lightning. That's pretty boring. Okay, let's see if we can Wonder Shot this Joker in one shot. See if we get lucky. Okay, crit, that's good. That's pretty pathetic. That'll drop him. Okay, so alas, we will never know what lies in the Fire Zone, but whatever. We'll have like I said, we'll have a chance to show off all of that on the New Game Plus playthroughs. Who else has got cool stuff, potentially, that we haven't seen yet? Yeah, what party combos have we not used yet? I feel like this is one that we might not have done before. So they don't have a triple tech. I think Ice Tackle will actually just drop this guy in one go. I wasn't even paying attention to what boss this is, even. Or we just did Hecarim, so this must be... I don't know, Nizbel, maybe? Oh no, this is Nizbel right here. So we do want some lightning. Yeah, this is the Broforce right here. The all-male party as opposed to the all-female one we had before. Okay, so we want lightning against this guy, so let's make with the lightning. I'm not sure if Luminaire actually... Oh, right, he got his MP drained. We'll get Frog to take care of that. Actually, let's just try. I think Luminaire might just one-shot him in the first place, but whatever. Does this count as lightning? It does not. Oh, yes it does, but it just doesn't. It's an impressive bit of defense right there, even if he does resist lightning. I'm impressed that a boss from that early in the game can just like shrug off a Luminaire. 80 damage, doesn't do shit. Okay, what about Actually, let's try a double tech with Frog. Let's do the, let's go for Spire. That's pretty cool. I don't know if you've seen that one before. I think we can finish this guy with just the regular physical attacks. This guy has a lot of HP for an enemy like that much earlier in the game, I gotta say. That should do it. And actually, as you move forward, you get to the bosses that are kind of, like, even still not super easy, even at this point in the game. Actually, do we need the... Or I guess, yeah, Frog's actually got the Masamune, so we're actually fine as far as being able to lower his magic defense. But what if you didn't do Frog's side quest? Would you just be, like, stuck here without the Masamune on the refight of Magus? So that's Geyser. I think he's still... Or I don't know if he starts with a barrier in place or not. Let's just try it. Let's try a Super Volt. I think this is just going to heal him. If he has... No, it just halves the damage. That's right. Oh no, it is going to heal him. That's pretty shitty right there. Don't have the fire attacks, so, yeah, nothing to do right now. Well, at least he does, like, no damage, but yeah, there's really nothing to do here but, attack like crazy. Oh, that's right, he changes the barrier. But yeah, let's just have Frog smack him around a few times. Oh, that must be, yeah, his physical attack. Yeah, I really think the, Oh, hey, Shadow. That means, Robo might actually be able to do something. How about a rocket roll? Surely this counts as Shadow. Okay, that's still not very good, but eh. Okay, now he's fucked. Now you done messed up, Magus Lavos. That's like the exact... Or okay, we're gonna give him one more smack with the Masamune. But yeah, that's gonna be the end of him. Hopefully he'll do Shadow again after this. Oh, okay, he's gonna go into his second form now. I think that's gonna finish him. Yep. Okay, what's next? Black Town. Wow, he's just picking like all of the big bosses. What's gonna be after this? Like the what was at the bottom of the Ocean Palace? Is he gonna do like Golem? I can't remember. Anyways, no new double or triple text for them, so we're gonna... Have we done all the rocks now, too? I feel like there were more rocks to choose from. Okay, so we got... Black rock we've done, gold rock we've done. I think that was it. I think we've got a couple more rocks equipped, so... Actually, okay, this'll be easier if we, Okay, so Black Tyranno, we've got... Who do we want for this? Probably Ayla. And probably... Yeah, we'll try this. I don't think we've done this team before. What do they got? Oh, they actually have that triple tech. I forgot about that. So obviously we have done this team before, but don't have the mana for it just yet. So we're just going to start off with a... Yeah, sure, that'll work. Fire Sword 2. Can't remember if you needed to use Lightning to soften this one up or not, but that looks good enough damage-wise. Actually, that's just Luminaire. Oh, that was fast. Okay. Actually, that's right. This guy has still has his defense up until he starts counting down. Yeah, just like that. So we gotta wait a little. There we go. And now he's probably not going to have enough MP for the triple tech. Whatever, let's just try it out. Oh, I don't know that we have seen this one before, actually. That was pretty cool. Let's try Volt Bite. Oh yeah, Luca's got tons of MP, so she can probably just flare it up for the rest of the fight. Yeah, I think this is a strategy. I think we can just keep with what the cursor memory is doing right now. That's sort of how these fights go sometimes, where it's just like you sort of try out different things, and then you stabilize to the point where you can just mash A, and rely on the cursor memory. It's amusing, too, when you go on the speed runs, like the metric for what's a good attack and what isn't. If you like watch an AGDQ run of this or anything like that, it's all about like the speed. It's like actual DPS, like the speed of the time for an animation compared to the damage it deals. And so you end up seeing like a lot of different double techs as a result, because it's more efficient to, like I said, it's the like it's MP wise and just like in terms of like action economy or whatever, it's more efficient to just have each character use their ultimate single tech over and over again. So double techs become sort of less of a thing later on in the game. In fact, I think I'll just demonstrate that right now. Let's do my good old standby for the rest of this fight. So my old reliable party back in the day was, yeah, Chrono, Magus, Robo. Reason being that they have... Right, I didn't realize that Flare was as good as it was back then. But yeah, basically back in the day I thought that Luminaire, Dark Matter, Shock, those are just the best spells in the game. So that's the best party in the game, is to have the 3 dudes who can cast those spells. And yeah, that would be basically just how I'd win the Lavos fight, is to just use those spells over and over again and spam Mega Elixirs as needed. So yeah, just to like show off how that works. Yeah, we're gonna do this. We're gonna revert to the good old childhood strats of how we used to roll back in the 90s, playing Chrono Trigger when I was like 9 or 10 years old. That actually didn't do a lot of damage. Okay, let's go back to the double techs. Super Volt. Alright, Max Cyclone doesn't work. They've actually got pretty, like, not a very good set of double techs right there, I've got to say. Actually, I think... Oh no, Magus must not have the gold stud equipped anymore. Whatever. He's not a great auto attacker, so we're just gonna Dark Matter it up. And hopefully this will finish him. Not quite. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Oh god, not even enough. Or we got Dark Bomb at least. Yeah, Black Hole wouldn't work on this guy anyways. There we go. Oh shit! I forgot that there's still the final form after all this. I don't think we get a break. Oh, yes we do. Okay. So what party do we want for this? Probably a bunch of tanky people. And this is the hilarious thing about doing this fight at the end of the whole Black Omen gauntlet also, is there's no save point throughout any of this. You got like the Zeal, then Mammon Machine, then Zeal, then boss refights, then Lavos, and you don't get to save at all at any point during any of that. So if we somehow end up dying right here, we have to go like all the way back to the beginning of the Zeal fight, and that's just absolutely horrible. So we definitely don't want to let that happen. And to that end, I think we actually... I don't know why I'm bothering to heal these guys. We want... What's going to be the best party for this? We want someone with a bit of healing. That's... feel like that extra... Okay. He's got magic, so I think that puts Ayla right out. Though she's got some strong double techs with people. Or she's got the best, yeah, strongest single target ability. So yeah, we can get her in. No. But then who's on healing duty? It'll have to be Frog. Actually, Robo's good. He's got good magic. Yeah, this'll be a party, I think. I think we can make this work. And she could use just a little bit of ether. In fact, let's just... Yeah, we will not be using mid-ethers again for the rest of the game, so... Okay, Haste Helm. Or I think this guy actually does have status effects. I think he puts like Chaos or something on you. So we are going to go with the Vigil Hat. Nova, Nova. Oh yeah, we can swap out the Nova armor too. Okay, I like Frenzy Band there. I think we want some speed on her, maybe? Actually, having them all at 13 is pretty good. Actually, Robo's going to be the fastest party member if we keep it like this, so maybe Bandana on her is okay. Or what was that other thing? We got like a muscle ring, I think it was. No, that's not great. Or actually, maybe we do want something to increase her magic defense. Oh yeah, you can see right there. You see my stamina is going to max out at Star if I do it that way. But I think we actually... yeah, I think Fleet Vest is going to be good. That'll put her sort of on par, or actually even better than the others, on magic defense. So, okay, here we go. And this would be the point where normally, in a normal run of this boss, you would... Then it would switch to the Lavos theme after doing... Yeah, that's just crazy how it does, like, what? It did like 1,000 damage to us the first time we did this. I actually don't even think we need the heal beam. Let's just, yeah, get freaky on this crazy space porcupine thing. Beast Toss isn't gonna work. Oh yeah, Spin Kick's a good one. And actually, I think Confuse is slightly more MP efficient here. Actually, that's not great. I think we're better off doing, like I said, having Ayla use her triple kick. Okay, so what's the stratagem gonna be? I think we Uzi Punch. Yeah, just the strongest physical attacks that they have. Because yeah, he doesn't have any magical weaknesses or anything like that. Now, as much as I was talking about how there's like clever stuff going on with most of the boss fights in this game, where they'll have like shifting defenses or different elemental weaknesses or like multiple parts that interact in different ways. This is actually a very straightforward fight right here. It's just a single target that... It's effectively a gear check. Because he just uses, just like all of these big... Oh dear, we might want to do something about that. In fact, yeah, we're gonna kiss that one better. Oh, that was really fast. Oh, and hey, that's a new triple tag, too. Apparently we haven't used this team before. But yeah, the first form. Ayla, #1. But yeah, you don't actually have to... And this looks terrible, that it's like, oh god, another boss fight after all those, like, what, 4... I guess if you count all of the boss refights, like a dozen bosses in a row. But yeah, you actually do get a save point here, and you even get a helpful little gate to send you back to the end of time, which we actually do want to do right now. I completely forgot that we still haven't, yeah, kicked Specchio's ass. Because, yeah, we didn't have all of our ultimate spells last time we fought him, so... Yeah, we can go ahead and do that right now. Okay, so that's that. And as far as... So now we've got to get this... Yeah, all sorted out, is what is the ideal Specchio team. It's definitely not Ayla. In fact, we're gonna remove that Flea Vest, because we might want it on someone else. It's definitely Chrono. Probably Magus. I think it's something like Chrono, Magus, Frog. Actually, even Robo. Robo's got a heal. He's got a strong... Yeah, like I said, the classic team right here. But what we actually want is we're going to need speed for everyone. Frenzy Bound isn't going to do shit for us, so... Okay, so who needs the magic defense? Magus is fine. I think I like the dash ring on Robo. Physical damage, shadow hits... Oh yeah, Specchio can confuse you, so we do want the Vigil Helms at the very least. I think we might just have to eat it. Like, I think we maybe just, can't really afford to equip anything to increase our magic defense. I mean, Magus can, but... Actually, we're gonna have him, yeah, use the gold stud again. There it is. So yeah, we're gonna have Chrono use the flea vest so that he stays alive, because he knows life. So if anyone else drops dead during this, he can just bring him back. Rather ironically, considering what happened to him earlier on in the game. That seems to be the thing with a few different bosses in the game, where they just have like this big, huge damage target. Like just this one attack that'll do huge damage to the whole party. That you, it's basically a gear check to see if you're ready to take on that part of the game. Actually, we're just gonna have him heal himself for now. And yeah, we're just gonna spam our best magic. That's basically what this fight is about. This is way easier now that you do this later in the game. Also, amazing what a difference, like, what, 20 magic defense or something? Because, yeah, Robo's at, like, 70, 75 magic defense, and the others are at, like, 90. So, like, 15 magic defense, and he's taking, like, more than twice as much damage as everyone else. Maybe he wasn't the best choice for this fight, after all. Yeah, Frog might have been better, because he's, because Frog is actually naturally faster, so we could actually put, like, a magic defense item on him. In fact, I think he even has better natural magic defense. So, okay, if we somehow end up losing this one, then swapping out Robo for Frog will probably work. I don't think we'll need to, though. Oops! Oh, I bumped my table there. Hope I didn't screw up the microphone too much. Oh, he's picking really stupid targets with his abilities, too. I think we can even afford to get in an extra shock right here. That's... it's worth it, I guess. That wasn't worth it. He's probably gonna go down before he gets another turn. Hope we finally get a speed tab for winning this fight, because if we do, that's gonna go straight onto Robo. Yeah, this is kind of what the game devolves to in the end game, is just heal, just spam spells, heal, spam spells, heal. The Lavos fight, like I was saying, the first form of Lavos is just like a very straightforward fight, like I said, but the second two forms are actually a bit more involved. There's a bit more figuring things out, a bit more strategy that goes into it, which I like. Actually, Robo's a robot. Is he weak to lightning? Looks like he might be a little bit. So we're gonna have him... Does this actually do more healing than his heal beam? Very slightly, so it is kind of worth it. Oh, shit! Like I said, he was our revive guy, too. Why isn't he collapsing, though? Oh, is it because Specchio's about to die, maybe? Okay, so Chrono's just, like, frozen there. Although we don't get XP or TP for winning. We get the Graceful Set, Magic Speed, Power Tab, and 10 Elixirs. We should probably use those up at some point. I don't think we've actually used an Elixir before. Actually, you know what might be fun for the Lavos fight? I don't know if I've done this before. Yeah, whatever. We're just gonna even if we lose, it'll give us the opportunity to experiment with different parties. We're gonna go full girl power for the final boss here. I think that's something I want to try out. You got a couple problems with this party, mainly physical defense. Or I guess Ayla's like really good on the physical department, but yeah, Marle and Luca, not so much. We're gonna need to swap in some Vigil hats. Okay, so that's all good. Or actually, I think we got another prism dress too, so that'll actually help out Marle a fair bit here. Then we need to swap out our speed belts. Okay, and then what's are we at? I think we want Marle to be fastest, actually. She's kind of the main healer, even though she, like I said, she kind of sucks at it. But, like, healer at this point in the story is spam mega elixirs, really, more so than cast spells. So all of this looks pretty good. Actually, bandana on her is pretty decent, too. I think maybe we just go full speed? No, yeah, even though it sucks, and we kind of want Ayla to be the fastest party member, I think the flea vest is worth it on her. Because, yeah, we saw in the Specchio fight just how far that extra magic defense can go. It's like the difference between 400 damage and 200, so this will effectively have the amount of damage she takes. Yeah, she'll be about on par with everyone else. And yeah, she'll be able to do double text with Marle. Yeah, this is good stuff. Wait, how do we get back to the Lavos fight now? Because we kind of summoned him forth in the year 1000, so like, do we need to go back to 1000 in order to fight him again? Is he just like chilling there on the world map now, in the middle of the ocean, like we saw? And actually, here's something I hadn't considered, because the Black Omen is like a completely optional dungeon. Actually, speaking of which, some people actually commented on, I think it was Chrono's mom actually commented on the Black Omen. So I wonder if she has anything different to say here. Is he okay? I think he's doing okay now. Got paralyzed for a second fighting Specchio, but I think he's fine now. Oh yeah, so she's done talking about the Black Omen. I was just curious about that. Why didn't that work? There we go. Okay, I don't see Lavos anywhere, so... Because, yeah, it used to be... What was it? It was right on Medina, right above Melkar's house. So I guess we go to 1999 again to fight him? Does that mean we have to do the first phase again? Oh, do we actually have to go through this whole scene? Really? Even though we've already beaten the first form? Okay, if we have to go through the whole battle gauntlet yet again, which I guess we won't, since we'll be trashing the Epoch if we go through this way. In fact, I don't think I want to do it this way. If they give me the option to retreat, I'm going to do it. Oh, okay, good. That makes sense, yeah, because we cracked the shell in the past, so it's still like this in the future. Oh, and you get to hear, like, what everyone has to say still, also. Okay, so yeah, they'll just, like, dive right down in there. No need to crash the time machine or anything. Well, and actually, interestingly enough, if you come here using the time machine, you don't get the save point, since you don't really need it, since there's no first phase. But, yeah, apparently you don't get the save point even if you, what am I saying here? Or, you know what? Yeah, I think Marle's the fastest party member, so I think I like having her in slot 1. Okay. And this is another one where, like I said, he has the big opening attack that does tons of damage to everyone. That's basically just a gear check. So we took, like, what, 1,000 damage the first time around, and he just one-shotted everyone. Oh yeah, and I was talking then too, and we died before I got to really point it out. But like the way you can kind of read this Lavos sprite here, there's like a kind of a couple different ways to parse it. Because there's because you see he's got like the big eyeball there, and then right below that it looks like it could be either another set of eyes or possibly, oh, this is bad. Okay, do we have, okay, we don't have a double tech for curing. That's kind of shitty. Okay, so it looks like Luca is actually the weak link here in terms of magic defense, which is a bit surprising, but actually Fire Whirl could be decent here. Just because it's been a while, and anyway, so yeah, like below the big eyeball on the forehead, or what could be interpreted as the forehead, you got the bit below that, which I think could be either like another set of eyes, or like just a set of teeth, where he's got like this grimace on his face. Sort of like, I don't know if anyone will get this reference, but sort of like the Mel Norm in Star Control 2. And yeah, the weakness of Marle as a healer, kind of. And I wasn't paying attention to the damage there because I was busy talking, but I think the right, I feel like just from memory, just like weird lizard, like, you know, deep lizard brain memory, I feel like it's the right arm that we need to kill first. I know why Luca took more damage, it's because she's the only one without a shell effect on her. Yeah, I feel like Flare's the way to go here. Yep, that's pretty good. Okay, and then we throw the last cure on her. Yeah, and I think we just spam single techs for this first fight, at least until we stabilize a little bit. Yep, certainly. Oh god. You can see the difference that a bit of physical defense makes too. Although I think Marle and Luca are like 50 points lower on physical defense than Ayla is. I don't think he has any like huge attacks that'll do 600 damage. Other than that one, but he'll lose that. Because he needs both of his arms to do that big laser attack he started with. So as soon as we take out one arm, then he won't be able to do that again. Which... okay, that'll take care of that. Okay, so we need to kill both of the arms, it looks like, before we can start doing work on the body. Okay, sure, let's try Cube Toss. So we were doing, like, what, 1,500 with the triple kick? Although this is much cheaper as far as MP goes. Okay, so yeah, that's basically an extra 1,000 damage we're getting there, which which Marle definitely wouldn't have been able to contribute on her own. Or do it? Does his defense just drop now, or do we have to wait for him to do something? Okay, we have to wait for him to do something, so that's a bit of a waste there. Is this a lot of damage here? Not really, but there's a couple people low on MP, so I think we'll just pop the Mega Elixir right there. Oh, I forgot to make with the haste. Or I guess things were a bit hectic. We had to stabilize, make with the curing and all that. But yeah, this would be a good time to start throwing haste on everyone, I think. Shadow Slay. I think this is just a status. Yeah, just inflict status on you. Anyways, yeah, and if you see that bit in the center of his face as, like, eyes, then the bit below it would be like his mouth, only it's not really a mouth, it's just kind of covered up. I don't know, it's just funny to me how you can sort of interpret some of these old-school 2D sprites in different ways. Or actually, if you compare, like, the way the mouth bit is sort of pulsating there, I guess it's supposed to be like pulsating flesh or something. I always thought this form looked kind of robotic, to me, what with the, you know, like the chest opening up and the laser beams and all of that stuff. But actually, if you look at it, yeah, I thought those were like blinking lights, but actually if you look at it, yeah, those bits on the head, it's like pulsating flesh, kind of. So yeah, there's a few different ways you can sort of look at this one. Actually, we want Ayla to be speeded up as well. So then that'll put her in sync with Marle, so they can kind of attack together. But I am gonna put the last one on Luca just to be thorough, I guess. In fact, let's do a blaze kick, save a bit of Luca's MP. Oh, I forgot to start the hard drive recording for the YouTube VOD. Whatever, I've already figured out a way to pull that off of Twitch, so that'll be fine. And then yeah, this is like pretty early. We've still got like another, because I get to do a slightly longer stream today since I don't have work. I've got board game night this evening, but I don't have to be away for work. Oh, are we gonna need healing for this? Whatever, I'm gonna go ahead with the flare anyways. Okay, we do need healing for that. Very, very much need healing for that. I think I'm actually gonna have Ayla go ahead and pop that. Or actually, no. Okay, yeah, that's how we're gonna do it. Okay, and then we do a blaze kick, and I get a feeling that like this is gonna finish him off. I mean, really, if you go through and you do all of the side quests at the end of the game, really any party is going to get you through the final battle. Oh, excuse me. I've kind of gone over throughout the game. Like, some characters are kind of better than others, but they all sort of have their own little niches. Like I've been saying this whole time, I think Marle is a bit underpowered, but you can shore up each character's weaknesses with the different double text they have available to them. Yeah, I feel like this sound effect here is completely wrong. I feel like this sounded way different back in the day on the good old SNES. And yeah, speaking of parsing sprites, this is a weird one. I don't know what to make of this. And I've seen fan art of this Lavos' last form. And yeah, actually, you need to kind of have specific characters here for them to sort of explain Lavos' MO right here. Like Ayla doesn't really have anything insightful to add as far as like Lavos' history and origins or anything like that. But if you have a party that's like Magus, Frog, Ayla, or no, Chrono, Ayla, Magus, or something like that. You don't hear any of that about how like Lavos is absorbing DNA or whatever over time and using it to fuel his spawn. Yeah, that's just like, yeah, a bit of like, because yeah, each character has their own bit of dialogue to deliver right at the end there. Again, another kind of RPG tradition. You see the same thing in FF6, FF7 too, actually. Pretty much every FF game where each character, they just sort of line up and deliver their own little one-liners before the final fight. But we're actually going to kick things off with haste here, I think. Actually, does this guy have a big opening attack here? I don't remember. And then this is a tricky fight too. This is another one of those ones where it's like kind of almost a puzzle battle, sort of in the same vein as the previous boss fights we've seen. But yeah, the basic idea is that the one in the center seems like the big threat, but he actually isn't. You actually need to kill the bit on the right is your main target here. Although you need to kill the one in the center to be able to get the one on the right. We're gonna... Yeah, sure, we're gonna blaze it up. Why not? And I can't remember the one on the left. There's something about the one on the left where you want to kill that one too, but I can't remember how or why. But this is a neat little fight too. He has basically different, sort of different spell lists that he can pull from, and he'll do these time warps that you'll see will sort of put up different things in the background. Oh yeah, that's right, he'll just keep healing, so you want to kill that one on the left. So you kill it. So it's basically a bit of a repeating cycle. You kill the one on the left to stop him from healing the center. You kill the one in the center to lower the defense of the one on the right. And then what? And then, yeah, and then, so once the one on, and then you beat on the one on the right until he revives the other two. And then you just, then his defense goes back up and you start the whole cycle over. So with that being said, I think the one on the right is weak to physical. Yeah, I think he absorbs magic and is weak to physical. So it'll take like a couple of those to take him down. It's not very strong. Actually, with that being said, we might want to just see if we can get lucky with the Wonder Shot. Oh, I forget if I put the haste on Ayla or not. I think that I did. Yep, that's a big hit. Oh, hey, that actually saved us a bit of trouble there. And it'll be immediately obvious, though, once the ATB bars start moving. So yeah, now he's time shifted to the Middle Ages, so he'll have different spells to pull from here. In fact, I think he's gonna... So it looks like she is... I actually can't tell. I'm gonna haste her anyways. I think I might have done this already. What do we do? Actually, yeah, she doesn't have any MP left anyways, so we're just gonna Mega Elixir. Everyone's gonna need the healing right away anyways. But yeah, the whole gimmick with this fight, apart from the having to take down the different pieces of Lavos in that order, the basic gimmick with this fight is he goes through the different time periods and uses different spells depending on where he shifts to. So I think now's the time to start bringing out the big guns on the middle there. In fact, yeah, we're going to wait for her to sync up with Ayla to get the cube toss going. Oh, this final boss theme, too. I mean, obviously, you know, all of the music in this game. But, oh, he shuts off his defense now. That's interesting. I thought you had to kill the center one. Okay. So this was kind of a waste then, because he's just going to revive the center if we kill it. I mean, it'll turn off his attacks at least. But yeah, now we're going to go crazy on the right bit. Well, it's defenseless. Okay. Oops. It's a very different style too, this the music here, than the rest of the game. Actually, I guess the battle themes in general don't really jive with the rest of the soundtrack, I think. And actually, there's a reason for... Or actually, that's not true. The big boss battles, that one's like sort of obviously characteristic of Mitsuda's work. The alternate boss battle theme to the unused Battle 2 track you can hear on the soundtrack and in the PS1 port. Or is it the PS1? No, it's the DS version that unlocks the sound test and all that. Yeah, there's a couple unused tracks, actually. But yeah, anyways, yeah, there's an unused battle theme by Yasunori Mitsuda that didn't make it into the game. And other than that, I think the main battle themes are not... Or they're by a different guy. I forget who it is. It's like one... He's like a minor contributor to the soundtrack. He did, like, basically... The battle theme and the boss theme are done by, like, this... Or maybe... I'd have to double-check that, actually. Maybe the main battle theme was Mitsuda, but I don't think it was. Could just check it out. We can check that shit. Oh, dang it. Oh well, his defense is still going to be down for a little bit after he revives them. It's like he brings them back and then he switches his defense back on. So we'll be able to get in a few hits still before he puts that back up. Okay, oh, that's right, after he brings him back, his defense stays permanently offline, I think. Okay, so yeah, maybe we can just, like, finish him right off. Yeah, actually, holy shit, haste makes a big difference here. I actually think I might have, like, vastly underrated just how much Marle can contribute to an endgame party here. They should have made haste, like, her final ultimate ability instead of life 2, because holy shit. He's brought back the center bit, and it like hasn't even gotten to attack yet. It's like everybody gets to attack like 3 or 4 times before he gets to attack once. This is insane. Yeah, I think I might have vastly... Wow, I'm glad that I tried this too. I might have vastly underestimated just the goodness that Marle can bring to a party here. Kind of anticlimactic. I remember this boss fight being a lot harder back in the day, and that was kind of what I was intending to do here, was to choose... Oh, and he's going to do a time warp. Now that he finally gets a turn, he does the time warp. I don't think he can actually... Okay, yeah, that'll turn off the haste, so we'll have to bring that back up. Although, I don't think I'm going to bother. I think he's almost dead. But yeah, the idea was I kind of deliberately wanted to use less than optimal party here to make this final boss fight a bit more of a challenge, so that you could sort of... You'd get to show off some of his different attacks a bit more. And that is clearly the exact opposite of what is happening right now. Although I guess it looks like he does still have some fight left in him. Oh, shit. Oh, yeah, that actually does disable her, Wait, how did she get confused? Didn't we put the visual hat on? Anyways, we're gonna... Everyone's pretty low, so we're gonna Mega Elixir anyways. We'll see if a good triple kick will finish him off. There we go. Oh, and it just, yeah, takes the others right offline once you kill it. It's really strange how there's like sort of that little puzzle there at the end, where it's like you defeat the center one and it's like, oh shit, it's not done yet. And yeah, that's oh, we didn't even get to see the really any of his different attacks. Yeah, he didn't do time travel to the prehistoric era. He didn't do time travel to 12,000 BC. Yeah, there was a whole bunch of attacks that we didn't get to see there. And frankly, it's not like... Because, yeah, once we go back and do all the extra endings, it's not like he's gonna get any harder from here. This ending, I don't know, it always struck me as, like, just really strange. Just almost surreal, really, the way that this works. It's like, oh, it's like it was back in the beginning. Only it's this dude instead of our mom. And they've got a surprise for us. Oh, really? They couldn't be... Yeah, this all of a sudden. Really, I thought we were cool. We saved the king. We saved the king from his execution. This is a pretty cruel joke to play on him right here after he's like saved the whole time-space continuum and everything, but. Yeah, this is all just like a stupid practical joke. Like, what the hell? I don't know. It's something about this ending here just kind of rubs me the wrong... It ends up better later on. And how did they bring all these people from all these different... Or I guess Luca must have gotten the gang all back together to argue on my behalf. In fact, I think they're going to explain that in a second here. Yeah, there she is. Oh, our kinsman. That's oh, that's interesting. I completely forgot about that. Like, you know, the Guardia kings. It's pretty obvious, but I didn't realize that. Or that would make yeah, that would make Ayla then, Marle's like great times a billion ancestor, grandmother, I guess. So I guess it kind of makes sense. They're both like kind of not really similar looking, but like I don't know, they have the same hair color, which means they're related in JRPG, anime terms. Yeah, we got this little goblin here too. I wonder if he still shows up like that if you don't make peace with the mystics. Oh, and we got a bunch of new unique sprites here too, like the whole little, like, yeah, little girls with making the kissy faces and the parading dancers there. A lot of just like really, oh, and just the lights everywhere. Yeah, that I don't know, that first bit of the ending just kind of rubs me the wrong way. It just seems like really strange and surreal. But I really like this ending bit here at the Millennial Fair. It's just a great celebration of just the whole journey and everything you've accomplished and just the game in general. Oh, that's got to be Luca's mom and dad there. Her dad, yeah, drinking away at the fountain in the center there, probably. Or really, it could be any generic NPC, really, but those are the two generic NPC sprites that are used for her parents, so I'm guessing that's who that's supposed to be. I guess the one way to confirm that would be to not fix her mom's legs and see if she still appears there in this bit here. Or actually, let's talk to them. Okay, so yeah, she probably doesn't show up there if you don't fix her legs. Oh, you saved the world. That's nice. Wait a second, what? Oh, that's right, we're controlling Marle here because... Or is that... Oh yeah, apparently you're just controlling Marle here. I wonder if that's because we had her as the lead in the final battle? Or if that's just regular here. It's like sort of like a callback to the beginning of the game where instead of us leading her around, they like reverse it on us. Oh, that's nice. That's a neat magic trick. Or can we actually... I'm pretty sure everything's blocked off here, yeah. Yep, it's all blocked off. Is Chrono gonna stop me? Does he want some candy? That would be a funny twist right there, is if he drags you back to get candy. So yeah, like this kind of thing here. This is the stuff I really like out of the ending. Everyone says their goodbyes, goes back to their home time periods. Oh yeah. I think that's a unique sprite right there, too. I don't think she does that anywhere else in the game. Actually, weirdly enough, I don't... Yeah, I can't remember. I think he appears human in this scene if you have killed Magus, but maybe not. Maybe that happens later. Don't remember. Yeah, Magus just disappears without a word. And that whole line, you're gonna go look for Shallow, right? The other line that launched 1,000 fanfics back in the day. Right, and yeah, I talked about this earlier in the game. I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna cry. No, I'm actually not, but I like, there's like there's not a lot of like really close relationships between the different party members. Like they sort of just deliver their one-liners in the different, or their different lines in the different story scenes. It's really, I'd say, like the relationship between Luca and Robo is like really the closest thing, or I guess Chrono and Marle, although as much as you can have a relationship between a silent protagonist and anyone. But yeah, those are like pretty much the only two. Or, and I guess there's a bit of a connection, I guess, between Frog and Magus, but they don't really They don't really talk about that much after he joins the party. And yeah, does this conversation happen if you didn't do the side quest with, like, with the forest and all of that? And I guess, yeah, this is, like, yeah, the sort of ending where it's just, like, the adventure continues. It's a very strange ending, actually. The way it starts and, like, the way it finishes, too, it's just really weird. Which I guess is kind of appropriate for the game. Oh, no. Yes, we gotta go on another... And I don't think anyone ever wrote a fanfic about... I'm sure at least some person did the fanfic where they go and rescue Chrono's mom from wherever she ended up. Or actually, the last place they went off to was the future. So I guess if she ended up going back to that future that doesn't exist, then, yeah, that would actually be some trouble for them. And I guess that just puts the lie to everything that I was saying over the course of her little sub-quest. She actually hasn't changed at all. She actually hasn't learned to accept responsibility for her role in the kingdom and all of that. Just gonna go back to doing what she was doing. I mean, there's the Moonstone right there. I'm guessing that's just like a generic sprite that appears. Probably doesn't make a difference whether you did the Sunstone side quest or not. Oh, I love this music here too. This is just the greatest. If anything's actually going to get me to tear up, it's going to be the just the music over the credits here. I've actually talked in the past about sort of really great end credits sequences in games that I've really liked. This is, or in fact, I remember the biggest one that I talked about was back when I did my Terranigma stream, which was a very, very similar ending, where it's just flying across the Mode 7 landscape, listening to very, very deeply touching and emotional music, and I thought that was a phenomenal ending. There was a bit of additional context to that made it a bit more meaningful and fulfilling than this one, but even then, this is just a really, really great ending, as much as there's like the weird surreal bits that come before it. And great ending credits sequence, I should say. Or at least I should say this ending rather than the ending, because of course there's like, I think like 20 endings or something, like, or maybe 12, maybe like 12 endings that you can get. Oh, and hey, yeah, Robo exists in a happy future after all. That's great. We got a blue star across the sky in the background there instead of the ominous red one from back then. They were all parading across the bridge for some reason, with a huge retinue of guards for some reason, even though everything's all peaceful. I'm guessing this scene must not happen if you kill Magus. Also, or yeah, since Magus is still alive, Frog. So yeah, I think Frog, that's it there. On this procession across the bridge, Frog will appear human there if you've killed Magus. The excuse being, I think, something like, it's gonna take some time for the curse to undo itself now that you've killed him. So yeah, I think that Frog is human there if you've killed Magus, which we might do the next, or we might as well. Like, he isn't crucial to any of the other extra endings, so yeah, I think we'll just kill him on the New Game Plus run. Oh yeah, I guess normally one thing I try to do over these credit sequences is to see if there's any names that I recognize. And I do sometimes. I'll just notice, like, oh, there's that person worked on this game. I didn't even realize that. Like, we discovered that, who was it? Like Akira Yamaoka or it was Akira Yamaoka, and who was the other sound person at Konami? Can't remember. Or Michiru Yamane, I think, was it. The two of them worked together on the Genesis version of Sparkster, for example. Or I don't know if they worked together, but they worked on Sparkster, which was just an interesting thing that I noticed in that credit sequence back when I played that game on stream. But yeah, I think I'm pretty well familiar with like all of the, yeah, okay, yeah. They already listed all the important people during the big credit sequence earlier. But yeah, I think I'm already pretty familiar with the big names that worked on this game. Or I think the scenario writer, or someone like that, was someone involved with the plot, was someone like really big in Japan on the RPG scene back in the day. But I know fewer names when it comes to like the writers and character designers as opposed to the game designers and musicians. And anyways, that is the end of Chrono Trigger. Or, again, one of the ends of Chrono Trigger. Do we do anything here? I'm afraid that if I, like, reset it, that it won't give me my New Game Plus option. But I think, if I remember correctly, we've got to reset it for a New Game Plus. I really hope I'm right about this. If I'm wrong, oh, excuse me. If I'm wrong, I'll just, like, we're switching to a different game right now anyways, which I haven't decided yet. I've got a little bit of a list here. I guess new music is playing, maybe, wait, whatever. I'm gonna reset it, and if I screw up New Game Plus somehow with that, then I'll just redo the final fight off camera. Okay, there we go, New Game Plus. So, and yeah, basically, and I think this is, yeah, basically the game that introduced New Game Plus to the whole video game lexicon. Like, a bunch of games have New Game Plus now, where it's, you basically get to redo the whole game with all of the levels and stats and whatnot that you had at the end of your first run. You just, like, or in fact, I'll just show it off, just because we're going to want to do this eventually. Like I said, I'm not going to just, like, play through all of the endings and just do nothing but Chrono Trigger until I've gotten all the endings. We'll go with normal names this time. I've had enough of the DBZ theme there, as amusing as it was. Just got kind of confusing. Oh, sounds like a new follow there. Abiotic Lando, if I've got that right. Thank you for the follow there. I do appreciate it. And but yeah, I'm basically just gonna just mash A button, mash my way through the intro here, and just save on the world map. And then I think we'll do, like, maybe every couple days, we'll go in and we'll make a bit of progress on our New Game Plus file. Maybe enough to get an extra ending. But, yeah, until then, we're basically just going to save it. I'm going to take a break to refresh my drink, and basically think about what I'm going to play next. Or actually, since we've got a viewer, maybe I can get some input. So I'm going to share with you my short list of games that I'm thinking of for the next big thing on stream. I'm thinking either Mega Man Legends, Castlevania Symphony of the Night, Dark Cloud, 1 or 2, probably 1, or Brave Fencer Musashi. So those are the ones I'm kind of thinking of right now. The other option would be to just do something, because I got like 2.5 hours left in today's stream, so I'm thinking maybe just something short. Maybe I'll do like another Sonic Mania run through something quick like Dynamite Heady. Make that a day. Whoops. Abort. But yeah, we got a few different options. I think I'm feeling Symphony of the Night right now. I'm thinking we're just gonna get like right up into that is sort of what I'm leaning towards. But like I said, I'm gonna go grab a drink, take a bathroom break, and when we come back, I'll let you know what's going down with that. And actually, oh yeah, since we're done with the game now, basically, we're gonna close that up. We're gonna go onto the break screen.